Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing my February wrap-up. So I managed to read 5 books in the month of February, and it's not normally as good as I usually do, but considering that there was only 28 days in February, I think I did pretty well. So the first book that I read in February was Everlost by Neil Shusterman. This book is about 2 different characters, Nick and Allie, and they are involved in a fatal car accident, and then they are stuck in this sort of like limbo world. They're basically trying to figure out what's going on and where they're at and how to get back to the lives that they had before they ended up in this limbo called Everlost. I did a full written review of this book on my blog, so I will link it in the description below, and I gave this book 3 out of 5 stars. The next book that I read is Mary Hades by Sarah Dalton, and I received this copy from NetGalley. The main character of this story is, obviously, her name is Mary Hades, and her best friend is a ghost. It's basically like a horror novel about a girl who's best friends with a ghost, and she went through this really psychological scarring event that happened like a year ago, and then her parents take her to this campsite for like the summer or something to try to get her away from everything else. But instead of that being a good getaway for her, it ends up being a place where people end up dying, and she ends up being haunted by this evil spirit. I also did a full written review of this book on my blog, so I will link it in the description below, and I gave this book 4 out of 5 stars. I found it very enjoyable, and if you're into that kind of genre, I definitely recommend it. The next book that I read is Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. I finally finished this book, you guys, so it took me long enough, right? I really enjoyed it. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars, and if you haven't read the Harry Potter series yet, I highly recommend that you pick this up immediately. I have plans to start reading Goblet of Fire very soon. The next book that I picked up is Opal by Jennifer L. Armentrout, and this is the 3rd book in the Lux series. I really enjoyed this book. I gave this book 4.5 out of 5 stars. It kind of has a cliffhanger ending that I wasn't expecting, and it did kind of leave me on the edge of my seat, so I really enjoyed that. But there was some kind of like technical issues with this book that I had. Like, for instance, saying that someone has something in their pocket, and then like the next few paragraphs later saying that it's on a necklace around their neck. It was just kind of inconsistent in certain areas, and it bothered me a little bit. And I don't know if that's just me, or if other people have picked up on that, or maybe, I don't know, maybe I just read it wrong. But it kind of irked me. I didn't really like it that much because it seemed very inconsistent, as I said before. So that's the only problem that I had with this book. Other than that, I really liked it, and this brought me to power through to the next book. So the final book that I read this month was Origin by Jennifer L. Armentrout, and this is the 4th book in the Lux series, so I only have one more to go before I finish this series. This book I actually liked a lot more than the 3rd one, so I gave this one 5 out of 5 stars, and I am working my way through Opposition right now. I'm about halfway through it, and so far I'm really enjoying it, and I hate that this series is coming to an end for me. But I didn't really do reviews on these books because I read the first book so long ago, and I didn't want to try to do a review on it now because it didn't seem like I would have enough correct information to do the actual review. So what I did was I did the first 3 books, and I picked out my favorite quotes from the first 3 books and posted those on my blog. So if you kind of want to reminisce with Katie and Damon, I will link that below, and you guys can check it out if you'd like. So those are all of the books that I read in the month of February. Hopefully I can get more read in March, but we'll just have to wait and see. Let me know in the description below what books you read in February and which one was your favorite, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!